I'm Amber Nash, the voice of your favorite HR nightmare Pam Hoovy. Welcome to our Archer Rewatch podcast. We are currently covering a whopping 13 episodes of Archer for season 2 with a bunch of super fun guests. Welcome to Rephrasing. Hey guys, welcome to season 2, episode 4. I'm your host, Amber Nash, and here with me as always we have...
I'm Casey Willis, executive producer on Archer.
And...
I'm Christian Danley. I was an editor on Archer.
Together with our guest today, we're going to talk about pipeline fever. Lana wants to stop an eco-terrorist from blowing up a pipeline, while Archer wants to stop Lana from ruining his pleasure cruise. Today's guest is an award-winning director, actor, comedian, New York Times best-selling author, and entrepreneur. She's an Emmy-winning television host and multiple award-winning voice actor for Archer. Her cocktail company, Losophy, makes the best-tasting, ready-to-drink margarita ever, and you can get it shipped right to your home, in the cool states anyway. She's the voice of Lana Kane. It's Aisha Tyler.
Yay!
Nice.
I'm so happy to
Thanks
see
for
you in
being
tiny
here.
boxes.
And I got Losophy shipped straight to my house, and I fucking love it.
Nice.
Dude,
So
that
good.
makes me so happy.
And it's so
you
easy.
and
You
I
just
have-
pour it in a glass.
Just pour it in a we have a new flavor. We can talk about it at the end, but we just launched a mojito, which is the most delicious
Love
thing
it.
ever. I
Hey.
smuggled it out of the country so that I would not be alone. But yeah, here's also the marg. It is. All you do is pour it in a glass. It's so great.
It's
You
so
know,
good.
because I like, I don't know if you guys do know this about me. And America knows it about me too, but I love a cocktail. And I don't.
Nice
Go
bottle
for it.
design,
Yeah.
too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something about it quickly. So it's based on the Japanese art of kintsugi, which I know in my head that Casey, he's nodding because he already had it in there. Casey's the king of the
Casey-
cultural deep cut.
Did you spend some time in Japan, Casey?
A little bit. Or should I say, skoshi?
Oh, nice
But it's based on the, people that don't, for everybody else on the planet that doesn't know besides Casey. Kintsugi is the art of mending broken things with gold. And the idea is that you can take something that's broken and make it even more beautiful by saving it, repairing it. So that's what I'm trying to do in my own humble way with the cocktail space. It's very heady. It's a very heady way.
that,
in.
though.
Well,
Yeah.
Also, as a person who's not a huge drinker, walking into a liquor store and seeing a pretty bottle definitely sways me a lot more.
Yes. Yeah, because
Totally.
these people have good taste. And also they respect me enough to put some effort into the bottle. They just think I'm going to pick up this purple plastic ball of goo and drink it. I like to actually
Now,
enjoy
Aisha,
my drinking experience.
I remember you having, okay, so you do love cocktails, but I remember you
do.
having a nickname, which I think was Sippy Tits.
Sippy Tits.
Am I remembering this correctly?
Oh man, so accurate, and absolutely Sippy Tits is a nickname that still persists in certain circles. And it's because, especially when I was developing the concept for the company, I would go to a bar and I would order like everything on the menu. Just to like, I don't know, just A, because, drinks, and B, because I was like, I'm on a research and development tour.
Right,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
right, the
and then I
coolest
would
way
just
to do it.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like, I'm going to expense all of this. And I would like to taste things, just kind of, see what was delicious and what wasn't. But I would only take a sip of everything because I'm not a monster, and also because I don't want to end up in the newspaper.
Right.
So I'd be out with other friends of mine, and I have quite a few guy friends, and then a subsection of them are all Irish. And Irish people have never left an empty glass on any table everywhere. Sorry to stereotype your whole island, but you know who you are. And so I would order all these hard drinks, and then the Irish lads would come and try to clean them all up. And Irish people don't really drink hard alcohol. Like, I know they're famous for whiskey, but that's a pints of beer. That's a pints of beer kind of culture.
Right.
So they were like, she's leaving food on the table. So they would drink all my cocktails. They would immediately become completely just dissociated. Yes. And so then they were angry at me for leaving booze behind that they then drank of their own volition, like it was something I had done to them.
Right.
Guys, I'm not the English, okay? I love you. I'm your friend. And so they started calling me Sippy Tits.
Such a great
Yeah.
nickname.
Yeah, and it's such a term of like disgust and dismissal. Like you know what I mean? Like, oh, Sippy Tits only has one sip of her drink. So what a fucking loser! As they're like knocking these, and they're very confused. Like, how is it so strong?
love it.
So yeah, Sippy Tits is still one of my
Sippy
nicknames.
Tits. Good
yeah.
old Sippy Tits. Okay, let's talk about this episode.
Okay.
Casey, before we talk about it, why did you choose this particular episode for Aisha?
Oh, I think it's an awesome Lana episode. Like, she really takes charge in it. And this is really weird.
It's not going to be the first time.
A long time ago, the first Archer porn we ever saw was based on this episode.
Weird.
Wow.
Yeah. With
Was it-
Lana
did
with
Aisha
the bandage.
ship you?
What? Say it again.
So
Oh yeah, I
did
was
Aisha
just making
do
some
this
side money. It's so. I have seen a little bit of the kind of the fanfic Archer porn. You only need to see one. You only need to see one and you're good. Like you don't need to like follow the tentacle up the hentai. You know what I mean? Like I saw the one and I was good.
Well, some people are completists, so they need
If you start the book, you better finish it. I was like, I'm good.
What a gross episode to be the one. Like it's just it's in the swamp.
No, but it's the beat where she's. Well, we'll talk about it. But the beat where she's in bed with Josh is just like pure.
Well, that,
like,
but
porn
then the
launch.
thing I saw was with her bandaged hands, and I thought the reason I thought somebody did that is they're like, oh, they didn't have to animate her hands. They just because it was obviously stolen images from the show, then with added parts.
Right.
Do you think it was like they pulled a C Lab? Like they took they were
100%.
editing it like C, like what a recursive,
Yeah.
weird thing.
Yeah,
So,
they did found footage.
I looked this up because I was worried I would get it wrong. Every once in a while, I have something in my head, and it's actually the thing, and not my like foggy, booze-infused recollection of the thing. But there's a thing called Rule 37. I know Casey already knows about Rule 37 too. So Rule 37 is if it exists, there is a fetish for it, right?
Okay.
So like toenails, black eyes. People with bandages around their dry iceberg hands. Like no matter what there is some fetish. And because of the internet, like it's much easier to find. Like there's just a vertical for anything you're into. And so like if you just throw an arrow at our show, whatever you hit, there's going to be a deep vertical of fan.
And your brothers and
sexy
sisters are
fanfic.
out there somewhere.
Yeah.
You can find them.
find your people.
And only because we'll get comments. I believe it's Rule 34.
I just looked it up. So
Rule 37 might be something.
Even,
did the
even
internet
weirder.
lie to me? Is the internet lying? I mean, the internet's always lying, but I'm just gonna maybe the internet just gave me AI just gave me the answer that I asked for.
Classic.
I just saw a great video of a guy asking AI how many E's were in the word 17.
Yeah.
And it's pretty great.
Just like can't get it. It's like,
No.
oh, you're right. There are 4. It's like, no, you're still wrong.
Yeah, you're right. It is 34. It is 34. It's if it exists, there is porn of it. No exceptions. And then the rule 35 is if there's no porn of it, porn will be made of it.
Anticipate porn.
37 actually is a very boring one, but I feel it's something that like third grade me would really enjoy because it says rule 37: you cannot divide by 0 just because the calculator says so. That's the kind of rule I would have busted out of math class to argue with my
awesome.
teacher
All right,
about.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
totally. Excuse me, teacher.
Oh, by the way, we had Jesse Thorne on, and you guys went to the same high school.
We did.
It was-
McAteer, J. Eugene McAteer
yes.
in San Francisco.
And
yeah.
he told us that somewhere exists a video on YouTube of you as like a middle school student hosting like some kind of event.
Here's what
at
our
the
school's
school.
like. And
Oh
like,
God, it's so horrible. It's so bad. It's bad. So I'm a junior in high school, although I do look like a middle schooler because I had a baby face until like 44, and big juicy baby face. And they did. Oh, it's so bad. They did like a real life Fame documentary because it was like a performing arts high
Yeah.
school.
Right, yeah.
And it is just so cringe. it is so like, oh, hello, young people being young in a young place. You know what I mean? And they made me like dance around with a boombox. I mean, it is.
Yeah, because
it
you
is
do
just
that. That's what you do
pure.
at that school.
That's
You dance
what a
around.
child does in high school is take a boombox and put it on their shoulder like Radio Raheem
Fame,
and
yeah.
dance around in a circle.
Right,
But also in it is like Sam Rockwell and Margaret Cho, because it was kind of
Right.
a pretty fertile launching ground for all the nerds, the acting nerds in San Francisco.
There must be something
It's
in your
so bad.
school food because you've always been a knockout and you still are. And I just saw Margaret Cho on Celebrity Jeopardy. She looks amazing.
Wow.
does
Sam
look great. She
Rockwell,
does look
sexy
really good.
as ever.
Yeah.
You guys,
Young and beautiful.
Aging
Just,
well.
like a light soupçon of nuclear waste runoff from the local plant. Not enough to make you sick, just enough to freeze your organs
To make you glow.
Yeah, a little,
And and everybody's a little bit gay, and that just always keeps you young and fresh. You know what I mean?
So true.
That little flair
gonna look
always
that
keeps
good.
you young and beautiful.
Right.
You're gonna be a little gay if you look that good. That's just how.
Right? I mean,
Together.
being straight is exhausting, guys. It's just too much.
You got to keep your options open.
Absolutely.
One of the things that I wrote down about the episode that after I watched it twice, I was like, what I love so much about this is the comedic timing of Lana and Archer bitching at each other is so perfectly dialed in this episode.
Agreed.
Lana is so over all of Archer's shit in such a hilariously biting way that every time she opens her mouth to say anything to Archer, it's fucking fantastic. It's so
also
good.
really great time taking. There's a lot of leveraged pauses that also have their own, sometimes I think with animation and even with live action comedy, there's this we got to layer it, we got to go, but there was a lot of really great use of silence in this thing that I howled out loud. I've seen, we were all there for the episode.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I was like, oh shit, this is funny.
Same.
Yes, in a very H. John Benjamin way. He's like, oh, I guess this show is pretty funny. I'm like, have you never seen it? He's like, no. I choose to avoid. Yeah, but it was a really, really fun episode. And then
So
the flashbacks. Anyway, you drive this conversation how you like, but I thought I'm just here to agree with you. Yeah,
we'll start with the cold open. So Lana and Archer are headed to New Orleans on a mission to stop an eco-terrorist named Gandolf from blowing up the country's biggest natural gas pipeline. Archer is on vacation. Lana is working. And I wrote down, I loved her professional travel attire that she's wearing.
She's just, listen, I'm here for business, but the tits are always here for fun. You know what I mean? Immediately she's in a tank top, seconds later. She's like, this is, I know where my arsenal lies. I have a variety of weapons at my disposal.
100%. Are you a New Orleans person? Have you been to New Orleans?
I have. It's so funny. I wouldn't say that I'm a NOLA person in the way that you think about NOLA people, which is ass up, mouth stained with red, sleeping in a doorway on top of your recently emptied purse. Yeah. I once was there in the corner and I saw, what were those purses that were so popular in the 90s? They were these little boxy things. I have to Google everything. Every thought I have to Google for affirmation.
I know. Same.
I'm gonna ignore the first 5 responses because that's all AI.
So I'll think of it one because they were Kate Spade. I mean, these Kate Spade bags that were super popular, super expensive. And I was walking down the street in the morning and I just saw this nice lady in some culottes, sleeping in a doorway on top of her Kate Spade bag. I was like, New Orleans is the only place where you can see someone looks exactly like your mom sleeping in a pool of her own vomit. It's the only town on the planet. And I was like, but she's fine. She's not a hobo. She's just taking a nap. Anyway, come back. I'm like, if she's still here when I walk back from brunch, I'm going to call somebody, right?
I'm gonna intervene.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's taking a little pit stop. Everybody needs a little nap every once in a while. Sure. Come back. Her purse is just strewn down the sidewalk. No. And I'm like, was there nobody else around? So, but I realize now I didn't maybe give New Orleans the glowing recommendation that I should have, because it's a beautiful, cool, old place, like older than the country.
Oh, yeah.
And you feel that age and like get out of the quarter because the rest of New Orleans is so dope. So yes, I've shot a few movies there, and I have some friends that live there, and every time I go there, I put on like 7 pounds between the airport and my hotel, like right away.
Oh my God, it's all the seafood.
Yeah, and there's
God,
donuts.
just fried,
French,
fry it all.
Yeah.
I could eat
so
3,000 fried oysters. Like fried, I go like, I don't need a po' boy. I need a pile of fried oysters and a very cold beer that I would only take 2 sips of and pass to my neighbor.
Sippy Tits. So let me ask you this, because I, like the first time, New Orleans is only a 7-hour drive from Atlanta. So I kind of grew up, like as soon as I was old enough to drink, I would start going to New Orleans. But the hurricane, as a cocktail person, the hurricane, as far as I can tell, is just like, it's just heartburn juice. Like, it tastes like a heartburn going down.
I believe it is the contents of the spit bucket at the end of Sideways. Into a solid glass with ice. It is so rank. It's like, what do we have left over? And then just douse it with some red shit so people don't understand what's happening in here.
But then all the barf in New Orleans is red because of this.
Oh,
very
all
thing.
of it. It's just a splash. Like they just need, I think they like wash this. They come and wash the streets on like Sunday and Monday.
The thing I remember the most about New Orleans is waking up in the morning to people just spraying down the sidewalks with odors because it's just like wash it all to the sea.
It is
Oh,
very
yeah.
gross. The smell
And then
of
the first-
Bourbon Street is quite, like, it's
Oh,
just
puke.
vomit and urine.
Vomit, urine, and the
case
smell
scenario.
of relationships just severing, like just burning, like soldering smoke is coming up. The first time I went there, I was on tour as a stand-up, but there was 2 other comics, like very young, and why were we? And we were like, me and 2 dudes, and it was not the vibes were off, and Aisha, as the kids say, the vibes were very off, and we went into the French Quarter, and it was like just a Friday, because which is Mardi Gras is just every night in the quarter,
Right.
and there was a lady on some stairs. And she had, some Mardi Gras beads. It wasn't Mardi Gras. That was like, October or whatever.
Right.
She had some Mardi Gras beads, and she was running them. She's just running them through the John, right? Running them through the undercarriage, and then throwing them at people, And she had a big thong form, and I was like, that has fecal matter on it. Fecal matter.
Yeah.
That is not sexy. I think she made a lot of money that night, so jokes on me.
My God. It's
joke
also
is
the
on
first
me.
place where I saw that you could pay to wash someone. Like, you could pay to give a stripper a bath. And I was like, should I do this?
Rule 34. Or maybe 37. I don't know.
I guess it's refreshing to know that the beads are currency in New Orleans at any time,
Yeah.
like not just during
Anytime. Just walk into a 7-Eleven on a Tuesday and slide them across the counter with some sustained eye contact to see what you get back. I'd like a bag of Raymond Hot Funyuns, please. And I'd like my change back as well.
One of the things I wrote down that I thought was so funny was whaling ships. What? He's against clean burning lamp oil. Like, why does this come up?
Yeah.
Were they still? When did
The
whaling
single
stop?
excuse you could have for whale oil is
Yeah.
it's clean
Yeah,
burning.
it's clean
That's
burning.
the
It's clean
only
burning.
Good thing you could say about
Also, it's like a reference from like the turn of the 18th century. Because I do feel like we don't burn whale oil anymore, but I don't know, man.
Maybe somewhere.
No. Casey's shook his head. with
Casey, yeah. Do you
confidence.
know Casey
Well-
about whale oil?
Funny enough, last year I finished reading Moby Dick.
Okay.
And it was
Nice.
so weird.
Started in college, just wrapped it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk about a completist.
But what a weird thing that this was before petroleum. Like, we didn't have oil. We didn't know about oil from the ground. I mean, I guess we kind of
Right.
knew, but. And so all of your oil, your candles, all this shit was from whales. And it was.
Right, animal fat, right? Maybe beef tallow if you were like a landlocked
For
country.
cooking.
Yeah.
And they process it on the ship as well. So it's not like they just have whales there. They have this whole boiling setup to boil the
Cook it down.
yeah, and once you
And it's
Once you catch
slippery
one.
as fuck. You know it is. People are sliding off the boat.
The smell, bro. The smell. The grease
Yeah.
trap smell of a whaling boat. But
And
were
they're
they
on
eat-
that thing
were
for
they-
like 4 years. Like they're just like,
God,
we're going out
forget
on a 4-year whaling trip. Ugh.
I mean, listen, shit's fucked up right now, but at least we're not on a 40-year whaling trip.
That's
This is
a
the
good
17th
point.
century.
That's a good point. Let's just pretend this is a 4-year whaling trip that we're
Right,
currently in the
exactly.
middle of.
Yes, that's it. That's a really great one. We're on a whaling ship and we're sliding
And the
around
captain
in like
has gone
rancid.
crazy. The captain's got a personal vendetta.
How do we push him off? He paid the first mate to fake an assassination attempt. How do we push them both off the boat?
Write the script, you guys. Write the script. This is going to be a
I
great
always
movie.
get ambergris and verdigris and
Yes. So
yes, right.
ambergris is basically whale vomit. It's like
Too many
in their
hurricanes.
bile ducts and stuff, but it was like prized by the whalers, and you would sell it to like perfume makers.
Perfumers, right?
Yeah.
Does it come out hard or does it like petrify? Because it's hard.
I think it's
right?
like a hard jelly,
Like bile,
stuff.
like hardened
Yeah.
bile or something like that. Yeah. Is
But
it,
then
aren't humans interesting?
Verdigris is when copper.
Or that's when copper,
Oxidizes?
oxidizes. And then there's a third ingredient in perfumes that's very similar, but like doesn't come from animals. I'll think of it 2/3 of the way through
But
our
there's
conversation.
also
and bring
that-
our dynamic to a grinding halt. Yeah.
There's also that, like, for a while, there was some. I forget the name of the chemical, but it was from like beaver buttholes.
Oh
that-
yeah, it's like for
That's what I saw in New
flavoring,
Orleans.
right?
vanilla and raspberry flavoring
Okay.
can have this like excretion from
Yeah.
beaver
Oh,
anal
rascals?
glands.
Jeez, guys.
And then
Guys, we're really
beetle
getting into
shells.
it.
Everything that's red is made from a beetle shell.
Right.
Yes,
Including
yes.
those
The beetle
hurricanes.
carapace. Beetle carapace. What's the name of that? Go light Google. A light Google.
Oh, just a light Google.
That- so they
Well,
use that to
shellac
color.
too, right?
Yes. That's what they used to make Campari red, and it's the fuck is it called, man? Why is this? Why are we like? Oh, Carmine.
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 Yeah, Carmine.
Oh.
And I still
Big
think it's
ragu.
used quite a bit.
The big ragu.
That's a very good ball.
The big ragu. Thank you.
Come on, Ragusa.
All right, I'm gonna get us back on track. So Archer
We're
is excited about an airboat. No, and you two, because you guys are all nerds, you're just like nerding out about fun
Oh
stuff,
God,
and then
can't
we
stop.
have the
Can't
greatest
stop.
conversation.
Can't stop. Yeah.
So Lana wants to keep a low profile, but that can't happen with Archer on the plane, and then he alerts the Sky Marshal. Gandalf is sitting right behind them in coach and hears everything. Is it explained later why his name is Gandalf?
Because his
last
last
name-
name
His last
is
name's
Gray.
Gray.
So just Gandalf the Gray.
Oh,
Gandalf.
got it. Got it.
See, that's where the nerd food comes in handy.
Right?
Amber. We're going to have to
Sorry.
play
I
D&D again.
I also feel it's shocking that the environmental activist guy paid extra for Comfort Plus. Like he's right up line for class.
True.
You got the
Good
bulkhead.
point.
So.
So save those dollars for saving the world, man.
I also loved how like golden age of flight travel, everything was on the plane.
Yes.
Everybody's
Yes.
looking
full
good.
hurricanes, a tray of hurricanes for all of first class.
Yeah, and the flight attendant uniform.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
And then the
So
gentle
fun.
old air marshal who literally is on his last legs. He's like, stop right there.
Was that Thompson?
It was
His voice?
It,
Or Neil?
it was either Thompson or Adam.
Okay.
But yeah, that guy looked like it was his last day before he retired.
He's like, I'm
got a lot to
ready for
live for.
retirement. I'm too old for this shit.
Now, were air marshals a thing before 9/11,
Oh, yeah.
or was that an
yeah.
after 9/11 thing, or is that always a
No,
thing?
they were there before.
Yeah.
They were there
Okay.
before. I've done 10 Googles on this call already, so I'm not doing an 11.
Right, yeah. Right. We can trust you
But
on
I
that
feel
one.
confident that air marshals have always been a thing. I think they were a thing after the 1970, like the late 1976, like hijacking. That was it Iran? That big one where they ended up on the tarmac there, and they were
Yeah.
holding everybody hostage on the plane. I think that's when they started putting
Okay.
because there hadn't been any hijackings prior, so no one, I mean,
Just
air
DB
flight
Cooper.
was a luxury travel experience, right? And then after that hijacking, they were like, no, we need, armed people. Because I think that those guys brought guns on the plane.
Yeah.
I think back then there were no metal detectors. There was no investigation of luggage. So that was that single hijacking, which is the thing that initiated what now we call the TSA. Oh, he was such a dude though, wasn't he? He just announced his whole plan. like what are you, Wonder Woman? I'm going to lasso you with my magic rope, and then I'm going to get the answers out of you. Like in the middle of
so funny.
Shut up, bro.
I do like how this episode also lays the groundwork, and we'll talk about it later in the episode, of Lana's environmentalism. It's been part of her character, but this really goes deep into it.
Oh, yeah. And then we find out, even when we go to her parents'
backstory.
house, that it's even deeper,
Because she has the line, hippies aren't the only ones who care about the environment. Like, I happen to care a lot. Like, it's not crazy that regular people
not a wild
care about the
thing.
environment. So funny. Okay, so in Act 1, they're in the hotel room. Lana's getting mission details from Petco, and that guy I wrote had a real boss hog vibe to him.
He really did. Now, that had to be Thompson.
Do you remember, Casey? Do you know who
Was that Thompson or Reed? That was Reed.
I think we actually might have hired a guy for that, but I do know that the face model was Reese, R.I.P. Reese, who was a background artist.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
He's the guy who was also the rockabilly recording artist from like the 80s.
Cool.
Yeah, it was cool. He was a
That's
cool
awesome.
dude.
While Lana is getting mission details, classic, Archer is ordering room service. And it sounds like he is chiming in to what's happening, and obviously he's just talking to room service.
That was great.
I also like that he wants a side of etouffee. I'm like, don't be a pussy, bro. Just order the etouffee.
He might not like it.
I might not like it. That was great editing in that, the timing and every, you talked about the timing in there. It was so good.
I feel like this is because for a regular person like me that knows nothing about this show to recognize the timing in this particular episode, I was like,
knows nothing about the show, never seen it. I'm completely unfamiliar.
No idea. So meanwhile, Malory's attempting to go green at ISIS to get federal tax credits. And I'm also really appreciating in this rewatch of all the episodes how much of a Trumper that
oh my God, I
Malory
just
would have
wrote down
been.
amazing how Trumpy Malory was. Pure cultural prescience. Cause she's just, we should go back and draw some little red hats on her in every episode.
I wrote down still
prescient.
prescient.
Oh, nice. So,
But everything about it, everything she says, even just this talking about the pipeline and stuff and it being a major problem.
Yeah.
Still a thing 15 years
Same
from now.
language, same attitude. No adjustment, no revision. Exactly the same.
All right.
she hates immigrants. She hates public radio. It's just, it's fantastic.
And also, she's not engaged in society or culture in any way, so she just hates everybody from behind a desk. She's like, they're trying to get me. I'm like, bitch, they're nowhere near you.
And we're like, no real person could be like this. This has to be a made-up person.
This is an extreme. We've really tugged on this metaphor for the comedy's sake. We really pushed it to the limit. No, she's actually she's kind of like a middle, she's like a mid MAGA.
Yes. Holy
Oh
shit.
my God. Yeah, it's wild.
And then they arrive at Remy's airboats, which is Mike Schatz, right? Is that Mike Schatz?
That's Mike Schatz doing the voice, and I believe Ron States, an illustrator from Floyd County, as the face model.
Okay.
Okay.
Who was the body model? Come on.
Yes.
It might have been Ron. It might have been Ron as well. I'm not sure.
I wrote down why is he so concerned with following the rules of the reservation? Lana wants to offer him cash, and he's like, nope.
Yeah,
It's
he
been
doesn't
reserved.
really seem like a rule-bound person with his little sassy tie-up shirt and his 2 Confederate flags. I was like, I'm glad both your dogs died, bro.
So true.
Yeah, your dog died of shame from having to stare at that flag all day every day.
Yeah.
Come on.
Old Dan was definitely a
Old
racist.
Dan.
There's an apple orchard here in LJ that we go to that has a little house in the parking lot that's not part of the apple orchard that has very specific political views. And there's a bunch of signs in the apple orchard parking lot that are just like, this house isn't part of the orchard. Please don't let this reflect our orchard.
Don't burn our apple trees down because of this guy. And also
Holy
that
shit.
guy can't believe it's good luck because he's like, I have a captive audience.
Right,
Everyone's
look at all
coming here for
these-
the apples.
These poor
Like,
families I can
right?
harass.
One of my favorite John Waters movies is Crybaby. It's fucking amazing. But the outlaw rebel crew that Johnny Depp rolls with, that's led by Iggy Pop, giant Confederate flag in the background. And I know it's not the same as a Confederate flag down here. I mean, that's a Confederate flag up in Maryland. So
They probably don't even know what it means.
but it's still like I hesitate to recommend Crybaby as a movie because I'm like, oh, it's so pro.
Dude, I watched every episode of Dukes of Hazzard with absolutely no understanding of what I was looking at. I was just like, here's some sexy guys in tight pants jumping in and out of a car that doesn't have any operating doors. This is a
Right.
good
Well, they have to
time.
go in the window. That's for racing purposes. And they welded the doors shut so it could go faster on the racetrack.
No fucking idea what I was watching. Oh my god! Every Thursday or whatever, it was on Friday. Every Friday night at 8 o'clock, I was like, "What are those wily Dukes gonna get up to tonight?"
Oh yeah.
Oh, so meanwhile, it's dark in the offices because of Canadian light bulbs. Cheryl has
Canada.
found 7 cats. Pam destroyed the bathroom because of the low-flow toilets. And I didn't remember this, that she didn't know that there was a women's restroom.
I feel like that Malory intentionally didn't tell her that there was.
I mean, there's a line from Malory later on where she goes, "That's for telling it we had a ladies' room." She refers to Pam as it.
That's rough.
What? Oh
There is
my
a world in which you don't have to shit at work. Like, you could make your life in a way that you don't have to shit at work. But
If you-
not
Listen,
when-
Control
Amber,
your
I don't
food,
know what's
Amber.
going on with your GI, bro, but no, when it's time, it's time.
Yeah, I might have just had like 2 bowls of ice cream last night with chocolate with on. That's gonna mess me up for 3 days.
Man, I have a cup of coffee and I poop every morning and then I'm ready to go. And that's
I
just
kind
how it
of
works.
feel like work is where you should poop, man, because it protect the home front.
Don't take it
right?
home,
Like,
yeah.
Send it to those assholes in your place of employ. Let
That's
them
how
deal
you
with it.
get over on the man.
Yeah, right. They're paying you to poop.
I'll tell you how you get over the man: pouring an entire water pitcher of batteries into the garbage disposal.
Okay.
That garbage
I
disposal
was like,
powerful.
dude, how do we get one for ourselves in the real world? I was like, I gotta tell you, after 2 eggshells, my garbage disposal kaputski.
Totally.
Smoke
Oh.
is coming out of it.
One of the funny Canadian things that I always like, it catches me off guard, is that they call it a garburator, and I was like, that's such a great word, a
That is a really
garburator.
good- yes, a garburator. The Canadians are a lot. They're differentiated. I know they seem like they're just like gentle Americans, but they're
No.
very different. They're
They are
nice,
very different.
friendly. Yes, it's more than just the oot and a boot.
And then at the end of Act 1 is when we see the first great timing moment when Lana's like, you're gonna fucking blow the engine if you don't stop driving
Oh
it
my
like an
God.
asshole.
Dude. Like that is actually like just a pure representation of conversations that people have had all over the planet since the beginning of time. Like, it's so perfectly timed, but it doesn't feel like arch. I'm like, oh, that's just shit. That's just some shit that just happened on a Tuesday to me. When I'm like on the back of a jet ski and I'm like, you're going too fast, I'm gonna fall off. Woo, I'm gonna fucking fall off. And then I'm in the water and I'm like, I'm swimming back to the boat, you motherfucker. So I don't know if I laughed so much as a tear escaped from my eyes during that scene.
So funny. And also, like, when people ask, like, are you together when you're recording? Because it's shit like this where it's like,
Yeah.
you can feel the irritation in between these two. It's like so palpable. It's so good. Oh, man.
It is also a testament to obviously this is the greatest voice cast in American television history, but also just incredible writing and direction. Because sometimes I hear a line read and I'm like, I'm sure, I don't know, I probably, that doesn't feel like an idea I would have had, and I must have been directed into that, and it's the greatest line read ever, you know what I mean? Like, there's just a couple times where, like, Lana's like, she's like swallowing her lines, she's so angry. I don't know, like, it was, you know, we had such a perfect storm of talent on every side of the microphone for the show.
So true.
Yeah, because it's nice to be surprised and delighted by your own work, you know what I mean? And not in, like, I'm an amazing way, but like, oh, shit. Oh, that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Totally. I love that about it, too.
Just a shout out to the bird nerds. I assume that was a great
Casey's a
egret
birder.
in the swamp.
Sorry, Casey, I talked over you. Please tell us what bird you
I think
noted
it was
that?
a great egret, judging by its coloration and size.
Okay, that's for the birders out there.
Oh, the bird nerds are here. I will say, pursuant to that like, I was also struck by how beautiful the Bayou illustrations were. Like, the show is also the most beautiful animated show that's ever been made, and I will actually get in a physical altercation with someone who disagrees with me.
Nice.
Like, I'll come find me, bro. I'll fucking kill you. But then this was startlingly beautiful. Like, it was an opportunity to like do like something that, you know, and of course, like, you're always focused on the comedy and the dynamism and explosions, but like, it's so pretty. It was just really a really beautiful episode.
And this is early in season 2, and I think that the crew is really like spreading their wings. There was so much learned in season 1, but it steps up. The quality just really in season 2 really steps up.
And so much of season 1 was in the office. Yeah.
Yes, we didn't have the opportunity, right? There weren't the chances.
Yeah. Right.
Like, so much of animation is just, you know, painted background, active foreground, and you know, you're just focused on the jokes and the bits. But like, yeah, I mean, just like passing birds and like wildlife floating by and like the not kudzu grass. What's that stuff? That mossy shit.
Spanish moss?
Right.
Yeah, the Spanish
Louisiana
moss.
stuff.
Like, there were just so many layers that didn't really have to be there, right? Someone could make an argument. Like, just focus on the, you know, the action. And I'm so glad that you guys didn't, because it's just a beautiful, beautiful show.
Yeah. Because even in the very beginning, when we're hearing the dialogue and it's just the plane flying through the sky, it's like, that's, you know, such a great choice. It's so, there's so many beautiful things about it. Man, this show was great.
Later in this season of the podcast, we're going to talk to Jeff Fassner, and he really opens our eyes about how much research actually goes into looking at those backgrounds and trying to get the right look for and kind of to be accurate to a New Orleans swamp.
Yeah.
Right. And it adds, you know, I mean, like, I think, you know, animation, you know, all filmmaking is storytelling, right? But it's like, you know, whatever the medium, but that stuff, it makes a difference. Even if the average viewer doesn't know why this show feels more attractive and more enticing and better to watch and more enveloping and why they want to watch it again. You know, there's so many people who have watched this show through, you know, all top to bottom 10 and 15 times. It's because there's so much consideration at every layer of the work. That it is repeatable, because there's always something different to watch, and there's always a secondary emotional feeling behind the bits, which is so great.
Yeah, it's so true. They don't always know why they want to come back for more, but they definitely do. It's so true.
Yeah, dick jokes. I mean, obviously it's the dick joke. But other than that,
The beautiful dick jokes.
Beautiful dick jokes.
Did you hear that? It sounded like a satisfied yet boastful burp from deep within the gullet of Pam Poovey. It wasn't that good, but I tried. You know what that means? It's 5 o'clock somewhere, bitches. Archer takes place in an amorphous time where the 3-martini lunch wasn't frowned upon, but encouraged. A golden age of drinks where you could throw out a random adjective plus a noun and a bartender would give you something delicious. Or if not delicious, something that would get you there. Today we will discuss a few drinks based on this episode, and the best part, you can play along at home. If you try any of the drinks we discuss, please send us a review at rephrasingpod@gmail.com or at rephrasing on Instagram and TikTok. Casey, take it away.
Thanks, Amber. Today we have a few drinks to highlight based on the Archer episode Pipeline Fever.
Okay.
Archer starts drinking early by downing hurricanes on the plane. The Hurricane is a Pat O'Brien original, born from Prohibition when whiskey was very scarce, but apparently rum was everywhere. Also, I found out that the speakeasy password for Pat O'Brien's was Storms Brewin'. Which I think is why the drink's called the Hurricane.
You're getting a hurricane. Yeah.
Because your butt's about to blast open.
But
You're gonna poop red for 2 days.
there's also a ton of like old school cocktails there. Like we know about the Sazerac and then the De La Louisiane, which is a strong, complex, and slightly bitter cocktail from the late 19th century that brings together rye whiskey, sweet vermouth, Benedictine, and absinthe.
There's a monk in it?
Sounds delicious.
What's Benedictine? Is it
It's
like
a style of monk.
It is a
Some
monk.
monks. It's made by some monks, and it's got a lot of herbs in it, and
Okay.
it's a little like licorice-y.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're all licorice. Like all those
Yeah.
weird liquors. And I also mix up Benedictine and Frangelico, the hazelnut
Yes, and
one.
they do not taste the same. But you know why? Because Frangelico has like a picture of a monk on the
monk,
bottle.
right.
And so yeah, you're like, oh yeah, monks. Yeah.
Hey, the
totally.
monk thing.
Yeah.
So in the tradition of Pat O'Brien's, I want you to name your character's bar
okay.
and what specialty drink they would
Okay.
serve.
Ooh.
And then if you can, describe the drink. And I have some prompts to guide you. So I got
Okay.
one from Lucky.
Okay.
No.
Krieger's bar would be named the K-hole. And his
Sure.
signature drink would be Formula 2112. He did
Okay.
not describe what was in it, but did say it's a Rush reference.
Okay.
Oh yeah, nice, very nice, very
So,
nice.
Aisha, what
This
is
is tough.
Lana's bar's name? And please tell me about its signature drink. I think the drink is gin-based. And can it be named after a deadly weapon and a French celebrity?
Ooh, a deadly weapon and a French celebrity. Oh yes. Okay, well, I really wish I'd had about 2 days to staring into the abyss.
You'll learn
and
about
thinking
French
of this.
celebrities.
Exactly. Yes. Well, I'm going to call it the Gina Garotte.
Oh, nice.
Sexy.
You know, a little bit, Bridget, I really was just chasing alliteration here.
Yeah.
And a garotte, is a weapon that one uses to
Yeah.
kill someone in silence. It's a wire with 2 handles, and you wrap it around your target's neck, and then you pull tightly. If you haven't been hitting the gym and taking your creatine, you'll just kind of choke their windpipe. But if you're doing it right, you may sever the head entirely. If you've been hitting our day, that's the drink. The Gina, yes. So maybe the bar is called Gina Garotts and the drink is called the Gin Garot.
I like that.
I like it.
Very cool.
It's nice and sexy.
I love gin, by the way. People, when you go to a bar and they're like, "What spirit do you drink?" I'm like, I think the appropriate question here is, "What spirit do I not drink, sir?" And the only wine I don't drink is vodka, because vodka's for people who don't care about character or personality. They want the booze to taste like nothing.
What's the best gin out there, in your opinion?
Oh, see, I'm also not. I'm also like a total dilettante. Like I'll drink any gin. I love gin. I love all gin. Like I think St. George does some really interesting gins.
Okay.
They do these like kind of terroir gins where like it tastes like the Bay Area. So like there's one that they use eucalyptus in, and it tastes like Mount Tamalpais. Like it tastes like my like grade school day camp.
That's awesome.
So yeah. But the gin garot, I'm going to tell you, is not a martini. It is a variation on the gin old fashioned. I bet you didn't realize that you could get a gin old fashioned.
No.
It's a delicious, delicious drink. It is gin, a bit of Blanco vermouth, so not dry vermouth, a more herbaceous, kind of slightly sweeter white vermouth, which if you get a really great like Italian or French vermouth is very delicious, very floral. And then a very generous splash of bitters. And so it's pink. But it doesn't. But it's not sweet. It's just very ginny, very herbaceous. It's mainly just a glass of gin, y'all, with some Angostura bitters in it. But it's really beautiful, and it's also very hard to find. Like the first time I had that, I was like, I felt like I discovered fire because it's such a delicious drink.
You don't muddle any fruit in this gin?
No, it's got to be clear. Carpano Antica is like the best vermouth for dark vermouths. But no, you just. So pour it into. I like to stir things because I don't like to bruise my gin-based drinks. I know some people like a super cold drink, so they shake it. But then you've got like a flotilla of melting icebergs. Just a small representation of the end of the global warming epidemic in your drink. I like to stir. It gets just as cold. Takes a little bit more time. Nice amount of dilution, and then when you pour it in the drink, it's just like crystal clear. Wow. She's very sexy. She's a little pink, and she's very high proof. So as you're drinking it, it tastes great. And then you're on the floor.
Mission accomplished.
Oh my God.
Mission accomplished. I didn't even need to break out my actual garage.
If people can't tell already, if you ever have the opportunity to go get drinks with Aisha Tyler,
Yes.
I mean, the reason I
It's
know
so
anything,
choice.
It's my whole personality, bro.
it's the best because you know you're going to get taken care of, and you know that you're going to get the best drink ever. And if you don't, Aisha will make sure that they know that you didn't get the best drink ever,
right.
but in a kind way.
Yeah.
So
I'm
it's
never
just
mean about it. No,
Yeah,
I'm never
no.
mean about it. I'm always like, I'll drink. I will pay for this. I'm not trying to get over. I'm just not going to drink it. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that is to a bartender specifically. They're like, oh no, I must make you something better. You know, they
Yeah.
really great bartenders. They want you to have a good time. That's
Yeah.
what's great about bartenders.
Yeah.
Bartenders are purveyors of joy. They want you to have a nice night.
Yeah.
Like there's a couple assholes in there, but most of them, they're like, my job is to make people happy, and that's
Yeah.
why I love going to bars, because bartenders are like. They're like the fucking bursar. They're like the bursar of the world, right? They're
Yeah.
out here to come up to the Lido deck, man. Let's
Yeah.
get it on.
Yeah, and learning also, one of the things that I feel like I learned from you is that drinking doesn't have to just be to get drunk. It can be to enjoy an experience
Yes.
and to taste something
Amber,
beautiful.
what's the point?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in Atlanta, guys. I thought it was just for one reason.
Right.
I always
Yeah.
say I'm here for a good time, for a long time, right?
Yes,
So I would like my night to last longer than happy hour. So I try to pace
Totally.
myself so I don't go cross-eyed until it's like, time to call an Uber around 2
Yeah.
o'clock. I like, you want to remember it too. I like to remember my evening.
I think I started making drinks for my grandparents probably about 9 or 10. And like they didn't give us the alcohol, but so even to this day I enjoy making a drink for somebody way more than I do drinking
Yeah.
a drink.
Oh, perfect
So
bartender.
the two that I would make for my grandmother, it was a Southern Comfort Old Fashioned Muddle the Fruit,
Nice.
Woo!
and then for my grandpa it was a Harvey Wallbanger. So I learned, like at 10 years old, I'm floating Galliano on top of a screwdriver. For
You're
my
like, damn it, Casey, you got to float it on there.
That's
Bring me
exactly my grandpa.
I was like, what is a Harvey Wallbanger? I knew it's orange based.
So it's a screwdriver, and then you float the Galliano on top.
Nice.
If you mix the Galliano in, it's called a yellowbird.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
I love
Wow.
it. Galliano is actually,
And
on
it's
its own, a pretty
licorice-y
exciting
a little bit,
experience.
right?
Yeah, but it's kind of limoncello-y,
Yeah.
like a limoncello.
Bring me
That's so
another
cute.
one of these damn yellow birds, Casey, and I'm going to... You're going to get whipped.
He would, that's exactly right. Except he wouldn't call me Casey. He'd call me either Bob or Raj, which is my dad, my uncle, or my dad. Come on, Raj.
Right.
You knew more about your parents' childhood than you needed to.
You did this 20 years ago, too, goddammit.
I understand why we're all like this now. I get it.
Oh, Amber,
Yes.
what's the name of Pam's bar? And its signature drink, make it coffee based and have it named the Farmer's Blank.
Okay. Well, I had a little more time to think about it since I got to go second. But I think
It's
that
like, so I'm not taking any of your suggestions. Here's what I've constructed.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Let's go to the board.
so I think her bar would be called Pac-Man Jones.
Absolutely. Oh, fucking absolutely.
And her signature drink. Okay, so you said coffee based, and what else? Oh, the farmer's something.
Yeah.
Okay, it would be called. It would be called the farmer's dog, and it would have. What is what do they use in espresso martinis to make them? Is it like espresso
So
liqueur?
it's typically espresso liqueur.
Okay.
And then it's also espresso itself,
Okay.
like a shot. And then if it's well made, it'll be like a vanilla vodka because
Okay.
you want some. Because
Yeah.
also vodka adds no value, guys. It adds
Right.
no value to a drink except for like upping the proof. So a vanilla one will make it very creamy and delicious. But sometimes if
Okay.
you're in a cheap John, they just put vodka in there.
So the farmer's
And
dog
then simple syrup. Sometimes simple syrup
to make
depending
it
on the-
sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
So it would have espresso liqueur in there. It would also have some kind of schnapps. Or let's say it would have 99 bananas in there.
Oh, I'm dead.
99 bananas for that vanilla-y, like to really like make it, give it more body. And then
Authentic
so that
vanilla.
the mouthfeel, yeah. And so then to make it the farmer's dog, it would also have egg whites because sometimes egg whites taste like the way a wet dog smells to me.
I love you so much.
And
What is wrong with the egg whites you're eating?
Foamy egg whites look like dog vomit.
And so then you shake it, you bruise it, you shake it a lot over ice, and then you serve it in a old boot.
You can't see all the beautiful work you've done bruising it with the ice.
Right.
No, it's a crystal boot.
Oh yeah. Fine crystal boot.
Yes, adorable crystal food.
When you go to Mexican restaurants and they have the little boot that you can drink your margaritas out of, it's like that.
But made of fine
I have to
crystal.
tell you something. That's not the worst drink. Like I think if it was coffee liqueur and banana liqueur, and you did a dry shake, and then you added and you did a wet shake, like
Right?
it would be very creamy. It would be like an egg flip. It could be pretty nice, actually, guys. It could be like a chocolate banana egg flip.
I might have come up with something.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
gonna
do-
lie. Everybody.
Speaking of vodka, I think I read vodka was the Russians trying to make gin.
Oh.
Because they
I buy that. Just
Like-
without
like
soul or purpose.
Russians went to the UK and they're like, they had this drink, it was great, and they're like, we'll try to make it with these
Just
potatoes.
make it ourselves
Wow.
in this
Local
landlocked
Roman.
place with a growing season of 3 weeks.
They put it into a tractor, the tractor will run to it.
Christian, will you give me Malory's bar's name? Its signature
Okay.
drink should probably include brandy and be named after something expensive.
Oh God, I have an after pitch, but I'm excited to
Oh,
hear this.
geez. Okay. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call her bar the White Whale, and the drink is, what was the alcohol?
Brandy, I think brandy.
Brandy with a huge chunk of ambergris kind of coming out of it. Very expensive. Very, very expensive.
Yeah, it's like a $400 drink.
And then you can burn that, and it's clean burning.
Oh my God.
What was your
amazing.
pitch, Aisha?
Oh, it was just that it was going to be Green Russians. Obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Russians.
But I like that. I also think if you put brandy and milk together, like that would be a very nice variation on, like, if you want the low rent version of the evergreen drink. Yeah, totally.
We play this. Well, we'll play this game, or did play this game. I can't remember what order we
Someday.
did things in. But we learned about nut milk bags, using them to make clarified
that's not
milk
a nice
punch.
way to reference a woman's breast.
Milk bags. Oh my God.
Very disrespectful.
Or maybe a man's testicles. Either way, it's really
right. It covers
disrespectful.
both.
Oh my God. Okay.
Does it make nut milk? That's what how
To
you
make,
nut
yeah, I
milk.
guess so. But they were
strain it.
using it to strain out, making clarified milk punches and stuff.
Oh yeah. That's it. Like it's a fast way. I love clarified cocktails, by the way.
Yeah.
Like and clarified milk punch is a very old way. It's got a lot of popularity now, but it's very old. They were making those in the in the 19th and 18th centuries.
Wow.
And the reason they did that now this is my Casey Willis moment, guys.
Yeah.
So the reason that they did that was that you could make these punches. They were high proof, and you strain out the curds, and you leave the whey, and there's also like some lactic acid in there, and these drinks could last at room temperature for a very, very long time.
Fortified.
So yes, so you can make a milk punch, and they keep them refrigerated typically in bars, but they can actually be they can last like.
You're saying they're shelf stable.
Yeah.
They're very shelf stable. I mean, I've never had a milk punch in my fridge for more than a couple of days because they're fucking delicious.
Yeah.
But yeah. So they're so tasty. So if you're ever in a bar, I'll typically ask if I'm at a fancy bar, do you have a milk punch? Because that's how you know that this is a serious bar because they take a few days to make. At least 48 hours because they have to make it and then the curds have to settle and clarify the drink and then they have to strain it either through like coffee filters or by squeezing somebody's nut milk bags until they scream. But that's how you know that they are legit and they're so tasty and nobody knows about them. So typically if they make them, no one's drinking them. So you gotta get in there.
I've probably told this story before, but one time we were out to eat with Amber. It was me, Amber, Thompson, and I don't remember who else was there. But we were eating at this place in the Highlands, and these fries they served us were fantastic. And we said so to the waiter, who goes, yeah, that's because they're fried in duck fat. And we're like, we told you she was a vegetarian. He goes, it's clarified duck fat. And we were like, you don't know what that word means.
You dummy. Oh, my God. And listen, are you against clean burning lamp oil, Amber?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Right.
Now we're back for the second half of our episode. So Archer is dragging the airboat, and this is my this is my first favorite, but it's the second in the episode.
Okay.
Timing situation is the African Queen conversation is so, that's what I was like laughing, crying. It's so hilarious.
It's so good. It's so good. Yeah. And then it's contextual too. It's like they're having the most like granular, like esoteric conversation while he's just about to get his dick snapped off by some floating creature like directly under the surface. Like that scene made me physically uncomfortable. I was like, he's going to die. Right. Fake human being is going to get eaten alive. Like there's other things in there. There's fish that can swim up your dick. I'm assuming. I don't know. Get out of there. And then just very languid, talking about whether it's what are the Hepburns? What are the various Hepburns?
It's so, he's like, whichever Hepburn, she was the queen of Africa. Yeah, the white queen of Africa. Like, it's just so
he sees no
fantastic.
problem with that. He doesn't bump for a second. You're like, absolutely. And he's right. Hollywood was weird about race back then.
Yeah.
Not much less weird about it now.
Totally. So Krieger's upset about the power reduction to his lab because there's lives at risk. I had completely forgotten about this.
God.
Is this the first time we see the Krieger clones?
I think so, yeah.
We
But
didn't
not
see
the only-
piggies before this. I couldn't remember if there was some piggy stuff going on in season 1.
We
does
hear
happen.
about
Yeah.
Piggly.
Yeah.
Piggly.
But he's off screen. Yeah, there is a clone, a hybrid creature.
Yes.
We don't see him. And this is the tubes, right? The alien reference, or
Yes.
alien resurrection reference. Yeah.
Oh,
And then the last one looks so much like Krieger, but then he's just got long fingers, and it's like,
The eye. He's got the eye in the middle.
Yeah.
He looks normal, and you think his face is a little wrinkled. Oh, no, that's an eyeball. Okay, good, yeah, good.
that was so terrifying.
You're like, success! He did it! No.
Then Lana and Archer finally make it to the pipeline, but Archer needs kebabs. He didn't pack any water, apparently. And this is when Lana injures her hands by putting them in the dry ice. Hilarious. Where did you just get dry ice?
You can actually get it at the grocery store.
You can.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a weapon.
I've always, ever since I've been a kid, it's been ingrained to me how dangerous dry ice is. It's like deadly. You can't.
Also, because like they were like, because they used to, but it used to be used a lot more liberally when we were kids too, right? It was like in everybody's like Halloween apple bobbing condition. You know what I mean? As you're bobbing for apples, make sure not to swallow a piece of that dry ice that's in the bottom of the self-same
every year
bowl.
some kid burns his lips. I don't get it. What's going on?
Talk about Stranger Things. But what I really liked about that, again, not to like be tapping myself on the back, was like that I really felt sorry for Lana. Like she was whimpering. It's like a lot. Yes,
So
there was a lot of pain.
sad.
Yeah. She was in
I
a lot
love
of
that
pain.
shot too, where her hand, like it's like a horror movie. She's like,
It is. and it's not melting at all. It's just adhering more. Oh, it was so painful.
I'd never had a chemical burn like most of my life, and then like a couple of years ago, I actually like 2 chemicals reacted on my hand, and I was like, "What is happening? Like I'm being burnt," and it was because I was using like a type of glue and something else that I wasn't supposed to be using to make a costume.
I was gonna say your craft life is fucking off the chain, Amber. Like, what are you into here?
Yeah, are you sure there wasn't your Tyler Durden burning your hand in your kitchen?
Just like a little weekend
that's
meth lab experiment. Because you can't do anything about it. Like whatever you would do for a regular burn, rinse it or wash it or you can't. No, it's done.
You
It's
have to
gonna
let
happen
it
until it's
run its course, kind of.
neutralize
Terrifying.
it. Yeah, you got to find something to neutralize it.
Yeah, a base.
Piss on it. Piss on it.
Right, yeah, always first thing
When
you
in
should
doubt, urinate.
do. Right. Just get that out of the way. Then you'll know.
Just so you know, bro. You never know.
So Archer doses Lana with morphine, and then we see the flashback to Lana's past, which I had completely forgotten with the fur store and the protests out front. And then that's how Lana gets her job with ISIS. I had completely forgotten this.
I really enjoyed that. It had a lot of racial overtones. But it was just, Lana was like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get this blood on you. I'm gonna get this blood on you whether you take me down or not. Like, it's going down. It was a very enjoyable, it was an enjoyable moment.
And then
I love it. She's like, young lady, this is a magnum. Blah, blah, blah. She's like, I don't give a fuck, old lady.
That's so good.
I'm out here in these screens. Do what you will.
And then Lana says 3 weeks later, I was in Tunisia killing a different man. Is this a reference?
What is that a reference to?
To Malory's story? Because when she got, this was in season 2, I think.
When she got recruited, yes.
Right.
When she tells her recruitment story.
Yeah, and then I think she says, then 3 weeks later, I was in Tunisia killing a man. And so when Lana says, then 3 weeks later, I was in Tunisia killing a different man, is that true? Did I get this right? Did I figure out something about this show?
But I feel like it
believe
has
so.
to be a movie reference.
Oh,
like,
okay.
also, it has to be a movie reference. Who would now? This is the first time
know?
we've ever stumped Casey Will.
This is an Ask Adam question. I'll have to
Yeah, it is.
good
It
call.
is.
reach out to Adam about this one.
Yeah,
So
because
that,
Casey has failed us on this one.
yep.
Oh,
Well,
gotta
done.
go over his
all right,
head.
though. You can't
There
bat
should
a
have been a
thousand
bird
every day,
in there.
Case.
I would have.
Archer's
It
fishing.
was a Desert Eagle gun.
Oh, right, yeah, or some kind of weapon.
Archer is fishing with a compound bow, hits an alligator, and then has to shoot the alligator with a gun, shoots a hole in the boat, and then sinks the boat and all their shit.
Again, like that just feels like that's just like the spy version of frying a turkey in your front driveway. And no matter, everybody saying, you got to dry the turkey off, man. You got to dry the turkey off, man. Oh, this will be fine. Throw it in there. It boils over. And then the garage catches on fire. The whole time he's like, oh, I'm going to throw something on it. Then that catches on fire. Like, I was just like, I know people are recognizing their lives and their relationships in this moment.
Yeah.
So true. God, it just keeps getting worse. But then I love that once they're done sinking, they just are standing. And it's like, oh, okay, it's not that deep. It's
that
just a
deep?
swamp.
I was like, they should just climb up on those little seats.
Yeah.
They'll be fine.
That's what I thought,
Just climb on
too.
the little seats.
And so are they
Yeah,
just
but then after
waiting?
that, the seats are in the water.
Right. Are they
They're
just
still waiting for the bad guy.
Yeah, so they're just there camping out, waiting for him to get there anyway. So now they're on the pipeline.
Lana's not gonna, Lana she has to complete the mission.
Right.
And also, she can't swim back because her hands are irreparably damaged.
She doesn't have paddles anymore.
You want to get that swamp water all over him.
Anything else?
No. In some ways, like, even though we jumped away from these beats, it was a little bodily, which I loved. Like, it was just like a lot of like languid conversation, which was
Yeah.
so like there was all the big comedy, and then there was what feels like for a little bit like this intimate, like, tell me your deepest fears thing. And tonally, Lana is just like, it's okay. Like, you could be a person, you could be a human. And then he asked her to do it back. She's like, fuck no.
Yeah, so
This
true.
is about me eating you alive, bro, not the other way around.
Yeah, I
But it
like
was
that.
nice. Like, there were
That they
these
had the
nice
time.
pauses.
Is
Yeah.
it because
like, it was-
she's high on morphine? Is that like she can relax a little bit and just have a conversation?
But doesn't she ask? I think she starts the conversation
She does, yeah.
inside when they're still in the boat. And I think he thinks she's trying to get back with him. And I think she's just like, I was fucking this guy for a while. I got to figure out what the attraction was, right? Like, like she's trying to, like, it's like you're like trying to pick apart a frog in dissection class and figure out how it breathes. She's like, I don't really want this back, but I want to understand what it was that entrapped me in the first place.
Yes.
Yes,
true.
he's got to have some human qualities, right, in there somewhere.
That's so funny. So in Act 3, we find out the Archer's 3 biggest fears are alligators, crocodiles, and a brain aneurysm. And I didn't realize that crocodiles, until this episode, watching it for the first time, that crocodiles were in America. I thought these were only, like,
In
I thought
Australia.
crocodiles were only, So they're also there. I didn't know. In
And there's
Florida?
also the caiman,
and
which
what
I think is only in
that?
South America.
Okay, and
The
it's
South
like
American
a
caimans. I
creature
think
like
they're
this.
all very similar, and maybe caimans are a little smaller. I think
Okay.
crocs are the biggest.
Yeah.
It's always exciting when you're talking out of your ass and Casey's nodding because you feel like you're on the right track. So I think crocs are the biggest, and they're in Australia, and then a little bit and this also reinforces the Pangea theory of like, these places all were touching and then they separated.
Right.
And then the alligators are smaller, and then the caimans are even smaller and maybe fatter. All right, that's all my bullshit I'm spewing.
Yeah.
I love it.
There's even who's the guy with the real long snoot? You know what I'm talking about? Like,
Ooh, yes, it's almost
cool.
it's almost like the same
Yeah.
circumference all the way down.
He might be
Somebody
a type
Google
of
real
caiman.
long snoot.
But
He
I
might
know
be a
that
caiman.
the crocodile we have is called the American crocodile.
Okay.
But those
And they're
ones
smaller. Aren't they smaller than the Australian ones?
yeah, those are called saltwater crocodiles, and I think they live in like brackish water, and they're huge.
Huge, and they're coming for your children.
But
like
alligators
Australians,
can be gigantic too. Like,
can they?
yeah, I've
Those are the ones
seen
that live in the
personally a
golf
14-foot
courses.
alligator one time.
Oh, wow.
Bro,
What was his
I'm
name?
cool.
Big
meet
Jim.
him?
Big Jim.
Allie.
If only somebody would take out Big Jim.
There are still places when you drive to Florida where you can get a handful of dog food and feed it to crocodiles or
The
alligators.
answer is
Or
no,
crocodile.
bro. It's absolutely no.
Terrifying.
There's a variety of reasons why it's no, and I'm going to tell you that the number one reason is because why are we giving alligators dog food?
I mean, I don't know how
Why
I
are we like this?
But you put it on the end of a fake fishing pole and you put it down into a pit, and you can like literally put it on the end of their noses, and they're just like, I don't care. I'm so
'Cause it's
sad.
Yeah.
Of
Fucking
being
dog
here.
food. I would like human flesh or the equivalent, and you are sending me some kibble,
Dog
and
food.
I do not consent.
I was
Do not
on a
have my
swamp
consent.
boat tour, I think in New Orleans, and their thing that they would do to like get the fucking alligators to do tricks is give them a marshmallow. They love marshmallows apparently.
Yeah, it's really good for them.
Yeah, it's good for them. But they were actually out in a natural habitat that was full of boats and marshmallows, but it was natural.
So
And they're naturally growing marshmallows all along the coast there.
Yeah.
So it's part of their diet.
the slender snout
All the
guy
alligators are diabetic,
who's all lost a foot.
insulin resistant fucking crocodiles out there.
They haven't evolved in a million years. That's
Oh, until now, just fucked them
Yeah.
all up in 20. So what's
That,
the
the
snouty guy
slender
called?
snout guy is called a gharial or a gavial.
Ooh, I'm
sounds
going to
fake.
pitch that it's gaviole.
okay.
But that's all I have for you. I bet there's some sexy ass fucking alligators, the long little sexy
There
snout.
are.
Can't
So
really do
Malory,
any damage, just kind of clapping at you.
Malory is rolling back the green initiative. I wrote down, why do I have to carry all the toilets? You know why. We find out it's too late for Krieger's clones. Very sad and gross when he's just pushing out a giant,
Damp. Damp
trash
rolling
can.
cart.
Gandalf finally arrives at the pipeline. He's late because the reservation that they stole was his reservation for the airboat. And it's revealed that Gandalf and Lana were lovers in the past, and that he was her TA, and that he decides not to blow up the pipeline in the very end, but instead to take Lana to dinner and jazz.
It's like such a great ending to an episode. Like, I just love it that, like, like the guy was like, I don't know. I mean, I can blow up something else, but you want to come blow up these nuts? And Lana's like, absolutely, like 100%. Like, Lana is always DTF, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's got her own agenda. She's like, let me get away from this asshole. And also, Josh is super fucking hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Right? Still
And his
Silver
voice,
Fox. Oh,
awesome.
so sexy.
Who was
right?
it? Who
I
was
believe
so
his
hot?
name is Rob Pruitt.
Okay.
And man, that voice was deep and
Right?
swoony.
Timber. So speaking of Rule 24, I just found this out. I don't know why I'm surprised, but there's like a whole genre of videos on like Instagram and TikTok of just guys with voices like that, just reading random non-sexual shit.
Okay.
And they just like read a recipe or read a page of the dictionary, and then so it's like very, it's very like chaste. It's very safe for work. And then all the comments are like, I would goggle that dick like it's so like so off. Like I'd kill all my kids and put that dick in my mouth. Calm down. He read the back of a Bisquick box. So there is something
There is something
there's a
for
lid for
everything.
every pot, you guys.
Wow.
But you should tell him that he should immediately start an Instagram
Right.
account if he doesn't have one.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
these young bloods are cleaning up with the old ladies in the wet panties.
Did you notice that the toilets they were reinstalling had high flow toilets labeled on them? Which I don't think is a thing. But also
Pretty sure.
very
Extra bad.
prescient about Trump complaining about
Yes.
toilets and how you have
Yes.
to flush 6
100%.
times.
Oh my god.
6 times.
Classic.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Classic.
Alrighty.
I also would like to call out from Act 1, how could an airboat be selfish?
Oh yes.
It's
So
the greatest lines
good.
of the
That's
show.
so
Yeah,
good.
totally.
Okay, so now we got to get to trivia so we can let you get on with your day, Aisha. Thank you so
Yes,
much for
thank
being
you
with
so
us.
much.
Okay,
So
so
fun,
going
guys.
into trivia, it's going to be a rapid fire trivia round, but you have going into trivia 214 points.
Whoa. Yeah.
So-
I think that's the most anybody's gone into trivia. I mean,
That
we don't
might
have
be
any
true.
record because Amber won't keep records. She eventually doesn't, but that seems like the most.
I think it is. Okay,
Amazing.
214 points going into trivia. Casey, take it
Yes.
away.
All right. Question 1. Aisha, what's the difference between a swamp and a marsh?
Oh shit, that's a good one. Swamp. Swamps are. I was gonna lead into the brackish separation. Swamp and a marsh. I'm also gonna say that swamps are gonna be much more like high volume fluid, with like big areas of like moving water, and marshes are standing. And tend to be a little bit more like substantial in terms of like earth and plant life. But I actually think that you could have a saltwater marsh, and I think that you could
Yes.
and a brackish marsh. But I think that swamps you could also have a saltwater swamp and a freshwater swamp, but I think
Yep.
swamps tend to be more inland.
Well,
All right, throw
yeah,
my ideas.
it's good. One of the easy, like the most simplistic breakdown is swamps have a canopy. So like a
Interesting.
canopy forest
Marshes
because
are
they're
open like a wetland. Kind
correct.
Of vibe.
Yeah. So yeah,
Sounds exciting.
marshes have
Half a point.
softer stem vegetation, where swamps have.
That was what
more
I was
wood.
saying. When I said
Yeah,
there were
you
some,
got the points
you know,
for that.
Yeah, you got
mushier,
it.
some
Yeah.
mushier.
It's mushier.
softer
You
stem.
worked
One's
it
got a
out.
roof, the other one's mushy.
Right.
Yeah, softer stem vegetation.
In Louisiana, there's a swamp monster called the rougarou.
Ooh,
What is the
sounds French.
what is the rougarou?
the rougarou. The rougarou. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no fucking idea. It's a guy who goes up and down la rue, yanking people from their homes and bashing them over the head.
It
At
is
Christmas time.
it is a body of a man with the head of a dog or a wolf. And a lot of people think it's a bastardization of the French loup-garou, which is the
Oh yeah, that
werewolf.
tracks. That tracks. I could feel the French. I could feel the French roots there, but I had
Great
nothing
episode
more than that.
of Supernatural about the Goo-Goo.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Also, apparently, there's an Ojibwe word, rougarou, as well, and
Oh,
they
wow.
think that was taken also from the French.
Oh.
I love it.
All
I'm
right.
learning.
We have a reference in this episode with old Dan and little Ann to the book Where the Red Fern Grows. What year was Where the Red Fern Grows published?
I'm going to tell you guys something about this fucking trivia game.
Yeah, please.
I would
We've been
like
saying
the
the same
celebrity
thing.
one where you ask me, like, what spirits go into rum basement. I would like some soft lobs on the next one, please. What is the capital of California? What year is it? Can you drive a car if you don't have a driver's license? Come on, let's get. Okay, so what year was Where the Red Fern Grows published in?
God, that's hard.
I mean, I'm just throwing a dart, man. 1954?
Okay.
1961.
Close.
Yeah.
Very close.
So-
Might as
old-
well be the same date.
And who were Old Dan and Little
Actually.
Ann?
Two of the animators on Archer.
They were his.
I don't know that book.
They were his red bone coonhounds.
Okay, yeah, I don't know that book, and I don't know those dogs.
Well,
I've never read those.
And I don't know much.
that was the one book we had
Those
to
are the
read.
references in the in the show.
Well, the next question I won't even ask, but
Yeah, please don't. Aisha, what is the molecular weight of the 138th element on the periodic table?
All right, this
no
one-
Googling.
I think this one's easier.
Okay.
Archer says his tie is Hermes. Hermes also makes what highly coveted bag?
Oh, the Birkin.
Correct. What year was the Birkin bag created?
Ah, fuck, it's named after a French actress,
Yep.
Jane Birkin. It's in the 60s. And that is as far as I can narrow this window for you.
Still
I'm
a
going
lot
to
of
say
information. Actually-
1966.
It's actually 1984.
Oh, fuck, way later. Wow, I was for sure it was the
As
60s.
of 2026, what is the starting retail price for the standard Birkin 25 in Togo leather at retail?
The specificity of these bullshit fucking questions. I was like, I know what the starting price is of a Birkin. I don't know this specific
like
Birkin
the
with
base-
a gold toggle and
This is the base standard.
the base
Birkin.
standard price $15,000.
Close, 13.5.
Whoa.
Okay.
I think you got that one.
I feel like
Yeah.
I should get a proximity point.
But some of the special editions, like the Himalaya,
Are we adding the VAT tax, guys?
can reach $300,000 to $450,000
Yeah, the vintage ones
on
are
the
insane.
secondary markets.
Oh my God.
Oh, of course.
Finally,
I don't find that impressive, by the way.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a very short story about a handbag. There was a period where the Balenciaga bag, this kind of infamous Balenciaga bag, was very, very popular in Hollywood, and I had just gotten LA, and I don't know, this was a time where I cared about my appearance. As you can see, that time has passed. And I bought, and I was broke. I was like a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
I used my free coupon at the club to get chicken wings. You know what I
Nice.
mean? And so I was like, I should buy one of these bags so I look like a fancy Hollywood lady. And I could only afford a little one. Like the big one was really, his motorcycle bag was like, this big, and I could afford this one. I bought it and I took it to a work dinner, and I set it down next to me on the banquette. And what I didn't realize was that the previous occupants had spilled an entire glass of red wine into the banquette, and it just soaked into this bag, which at the time was the most I spent on anything, including my high school car.
Oh my
Do you know what I mean?
God.
I think I got my high school car for like $10, $50, or $1,100, and I think this bag was like $1,500, and it was destroyed in one trip. And in fact, I was so emotionally destroyed by this experience that I do not carry a pocketbook to this day.
Wow.
I have banned purses from my life. I'm a very butch lady, and if it doesn't fit in my pocket, it's not coming.
Wow.
So there you go. Yes.
That is
Yeah.
crazy.
Purses are dumb, y'all.
dumb.
Convince me I'm wrong.
the only other question I have is, Aisha, is there anything you'd like to plug?
Oh, well, I can show you these bottles that have been
Yes.
sweating. So I have a booze company. It's called Losophy. We make organic, ready-to-drink cocktails so that you don't have to tolerate your overcranked friend yammering on about Benedictine and fucking Coca Americano. You can drink in the safety and pleasant environments of your own home. They are 100% organic. They are foolproof. They're clarified, as you can see, as they have no artificial colors, flavors, or dyes, no preservatives. All you do is crack this puppy, pour it over ice, live your very best life. We have 2 flavors right now, an organic margarita and an organic mojito. And I got to tell you something, guys. As you may have gleaned from this conversation, I do a lot of drinking. I consider it to be a hobby, and I'm not embarrassed about it. I made sure that these were the best tasting ready-to-drink cocktails on the market, and they are. And I don't say that because I'm patting myself on the back. I'm saying because I drank a lot of fucking shit margaritas, so that you do not have to.
Yeah.
Greatness requires sacrifice. So as far as I'm concerned, my liver is just is doing something for Western culture. And,
Thank you.
Yes, I'm a giver. And you can go to losophy.com, and we will send you drinks, as Amber pointed out.
Yeah, they're delicious. I
right
love
to
it.
your house.
I can't
And
wait to
enter-
get
I'm
a
so proud of it.
Enter
Oh my God, the mojitos
code
were
name
wild.
rephrasing to get.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, no, I'm going to actually leave here and create a discount code, right? Rephrasing 20. Rephrasing 20.
Nice,
All one
yeah.
word. I'm going to put that on the website to get 20% off. The more you buy, the more you save. And I will also say this as a parting shot, that I have said to many people, like, not be careful, but just be aware. This is a very houseable bottle of booze. Like it's
Right.
You can house it very quickly. You can do a bottle like get two friends together and you can kill a bottle in under an hour.
Yeah.
So it's not about trying to urge you to buy more. I'm just telling you about what your life's
You're
going to
gonna
look like
want
after
more
you
than
have.
one
Yeah, you're going to want more. So,
Yeah.
and also Criminal Minds, a new season of Criminal Minds comes out May 28th.
Yes.
We're shooting season 20. So yay!
That'll be perfect timing.
Drinks. So
Perfect
order some
timing.
drinks and then watch the show. Yeah.
So, Aisha, you need to know this is a crazy turn of events in the point system. So, you had 214 points going in.
Did I go backwards?
You did not, because all of your answers had so much information in them that I was like, you're getting points for this, regardless of what Casey's questions
Yeah,
were.
we learned more with
We
your
did.
answers than Casey could have
So
given.
you are leaving this episode with 381
Whoa,
points.
very good.
I don't understand your point system, but I really do like it.
We don't either.
Thank you so much for
I
spending
love
your
you
afternoon
guys.
with us. We love you so much.
What a delightful conversation, and I wish that I could see you more in real life, but this is a
Same.
very nice facsimile.
Thank you so
guys.
much.
Thank you.
I learned a lot too about egrets and about caimans
Ambergris.
and ambergris and whatever the guys with the snoot. What was the snoot guy?
Garl.
Garl. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for having
Thank
me.
Thanks,
you so
Aisha.
Yay! Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.
This has been Rephrasing, an Archer Rewatch podcast. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at RePhrasingPod. Email us questions at rephrasingpod@gmail.com. Please, no pictures of your penis. That's just inviting pictures of their penis, isn't it? Rephrasing is produced by Amber Nash, Casey Willis, and Christian Danley. Our theme music is by Matt Hoggs. FX's Archer is now streaming on Hulu. We're so excited to be a Maximum Fun podcast this season, and we'd like to thank all of the Max Fun members that support our show. If you're not a member yet and you'd like to become one, go to maxfun.org/join.